despite there being a ton of first-round picks in the 2023 NFL Draft, the first round specifically that didn't make a ton of sense, there's still some ones that really did do a lot of teams some good. And today we're going to talk about it as we grade all 32 picks to start things out here. And personally, I'm really excited about this because there were some teams that hit it out of the park and some others that, well, didn't hit exactly. They kind of they struck out. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to touch on it today, talking about all 32 NFL teams and how they did. So starting with the Panthers at number 1 after trading up from number 9. You really got to like what the Panthers did here. Trading up to get their guy in Bryce Young. I really like it. Obviously, clearly, they went and got a dude that they were very confident in. And I don't think that anybody can argue with the fact that, again, he's their dude. He's going to be their guy. And so, yes, for this one, you got to give him nothing but an A+. Because, yes, they went up and got their dude, and you're really excited about it. So now, what do I think as far as what's going to be expected of him? First year, I don't think he's going to be expected to start, but I do expect, maybe after year 1, maybe after sitting behind Andy Dalton for a year, things are going to be looking up for him. So you love the pick there for the Carolina Panthers. Now for the Houston Texans. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go with the universal that we do for all 32 NFL teams. I'm not going to try to do it each individual team because it's going to take way too much time. And you guys probably aren't here for that. So, hey, lunch break, do what you got to do. Also here for the Houston Texans, I think it's pretty simple. Yes, you got to give them another A+ as well. I mean, again, CJ Stroud, they're doing the best with what they can. At least getting the quarterback that they want and going from there. I absolutely love the move here. He's a guy that's going to play right away, most likely. And if he doesn't, Case Keenum is a valuable backup. Oh, by the way, what's the third overall pick? Yeah, also an A+. Not hard at all. Houston Texans really hit it out of the park. I don't care what they gave up. Are you going to sit here and tell me that at any point, is there going to be another Will Anderson in the draft that you trade, no matter what you trade for, that is going to not be worth it? Absolutely not. Will Anderson Jr., you're getting an absolute stud on the edge. You also get your future franchise quarterback. You love it. You love how they really did make that work. And again, I know the trade compensation was of discussion. I don't care. He is an absolute dude. You're not going to find another Will Anderson Jr. in the draft anytime soon. And then for the Indianapolis Colts, there's a lot of things you got to really like about these. Making the best of the situation. Anthony Richardson falling to you, it's in no question. It's an A. I really feel like he's a guy that, quite honestly, he's going to come in. I don't know if he's going to necessarily start right away, but he's going to be learning behind in a very good organization. They're going to get him some more help. He's going to have a good running game. Really like the pick there too as well. And then the Seattle Seahawks. Yes, I felt like the Seahawks were kind of in a position where I thought Jalen Carter was going to go here. But when you see a guy like Devin Witherspoon going to him, I gave it a B+. Mainly because of the fact that, again, yes, he is a guy that I felt like corner wasn't necessarily that much of a need. Tariq Woolen and company did really good things for him last year, but overall, the Seahawks getting a quality corner here, a shutdown guy, you do like it, but it is what it is there. And then the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals really did kind of shock me. I'm not going to lie. So they traded down from 3. I believe they fell all the way to 12, if I remember correctly. It was down to 12. Traded back up here to 6. Gave a little bit more draft ammo to the Lions. They did end up getting their tackle in Paris Johnson Jr. So I'm going to be a little generous because I think he's the best left tackle prospect in this class, and they needed left tackle. Plus, they got a future 1 for Will Anderson Jr., so you love to see it. But B+ here, I'm going to be very, very nice here because I did feel like this was maybe a guy they could have gotten at 12, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, they did get some extra draft capital out of it. So then you go down to the Las Vegas Raiders. Honestly, this was probably one of my favorite picks of the night that had to do with one specific team. I give this one an A, no question about it, because Tyree Wilson is one of those guys that, yes, didn't put up a ton of college production playing at a smaller school, but overall, he's a guy, his length, all the different things he's going to bring to your team. You're really excited about. He's going to be a lot of fun for the Raiders. They needed defensive help, and they got it. And then you go to the Atlanta Falcons. Honestly, the Falcons, I felt like defense was the move here, but at the end of the day, Bijan Robinson is a game changer. I'm excited to see what he does with the Falcons moving forward. I don't think you can give this anything but a B+ because, again, defensively, they still need a lot of help. Maybe they're thinking that they're just going to go ahead and beat everybody just by scoring a ton of points, which, also does make a ton of sense. And then as for the Philadelphia Eagles, how do the rich keep getting richer? A+. Jalen Carter going to him at 9. I just don't think it could get any better here. Him and Jordan Davis are going to wreak havoc on opposing offensive lines forever. Just not fair at all. The Chicago Bears here, Darnell Wright, I really did not understand this one. Giving it a B overall. I felt like he was a guy that, quite honestly, you probably could have gotten in the second round. Plus, there was a lot better tackle prospects prospects, guys like Broderick Jones that I really liked a lot more. But I do realize Darnell Wright's going to be a guy that quite honestly can play both left and right tackle. You're really interested to see what does happen for him down the line. So again, doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe they see something that we don't, and we're just going to have to go from there. So then as far as the Tennessee Titans go here, if my thing can catch up with me, I apologize. D-N-E-S-S-E-E. It took me a while to be able to spell that as well. Peter Skoronski here, I gave this one an A. Like Peter Skoronski, I know you needed help along pretty much every single offensive line position. I really like the Tennessee Titans here. Staying pat and getting their guy made a lot of sense to me here. And I scrolled down too far, didn't I? I apologize. There we go. So like I said, the Tennessee Titans getting Peter Skoronski here. I believe they listed him as a guard during the draft, but overall, even if they try him out at tackle, it doesn't work out. He's going to be an absolute stud here. So then the Detroit Lions at 12. This one shocked me. I'm giving it a C+ because overall, again, I realize that Jahmyr Gibbs is an absolute stud, and you're going to be without DeAndre Swift a little bit later on down the line. I absolutely get it, but at the end of the day, you could have gotten Jahmyr Gibbs a little bit later on. This one was puzzling to me, but I'm sure that I will end up being wrong about this, and they will probably he'll probably end up being a 1,000-yard rusher this year with my luck. But overall, did shock me a little bit. Green Bay Packers, I'm giving this one a B because overall, I really felt like there were a lot more players on, at least at 13 after trading a couple spots. They could have gotten some better players. Jackson Smith and Jigba was still there. There was a lot of different areas they could have gone with. Maybe getting some offensive line help with David Bakhtiari. But overall, Lucas Van Ness, he's going to be an absolute wrecker. I do like the pick, but I felt like there were potentially better players on the draft board. Number 14 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a guy in getting Broderick Jones here. I really like the pick. I thought it was an A. Yes, probably could have gone with a corner here. I'm not going to name who. Okay, I will. Joey Porter Jr., JPJ probably could have gone with him here, but overall getting that left tackle of the future to help protect Kenny Pickett, I like it as well, and I think that they're not going to regret that one. Now, the New York Jets, this one's a B. Will McDonald could have gone towards the end of the first round, but overall you do like his length, you do like what he brings to your squad, and hopefully he does pin on that pretty quickly, even though this Jets defense is going to be tough, absolutely tough. The Washington Commanders here, I got to be honest, this one shocked me, C+. I felt like Emmanuel Forbes, again, was a guy that you like his length. He's probably going to have to add 15 to 20 pounds in the, in the offseason program and all that. But overall, it does hurt to see this one go. But overall, he's a guy that does have first-round talent. He's an absolute ball hawk, so we'll have to see how this one ends up. But I did give this one a C+, a little bit questionable if you do ask me. And then the Patriots, how does Bill Belichick just get this one? To be honest with you, didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But New England Patriots, this was clearly an A. I mean, Christian Gonzalez is an absolute stud. Also loved what he did to show his hometown there of Columbia, or home country of Columbia there with his jacket. Absolutely loved it. Loved the pick. The Patriots hit it out of the park with this one. Back to the Detroit Lions here. I mean, Jack Campbell, I'll be nice. I'll give it a B. Again, he's a day one starter. He's a big guy that's going to come in right away. And plus you just signed Alex Anzalone here. So, you have Malcolm Rodriguez, who's an absolute stud. So I don't necessarily see, what this could be right away here for the Lions, but he's an absolute stud. So I'm going to give it a B here. Again, there were some players on the board that I really would have liked them to get. Guys like Kalijah Kancey, who literally went with the next pick. But overall, you see what the Lions are trying to potentially do here, thinking a little bit outside of the box. We'll see if it ends up working out. Now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, overall, Kalijah Kancey's that dude. A, absolute A. Him and Vita Vea are going to be just wrecking balls together on the inside. You love to see it. Seattle Seahawks, as I'm trying to hurry this one up. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I'm going to give it a B+, because I felt like the Seahawks really still needed to go in a couple of different areas, but overall, getting a one-on-one replacement, or it could be a one-on-one replacement for Tyler Lockett. I like the pick, but there were some players here overall that I was like, okay. But anyway, hey, I like the pick. Maybe we can give this one an A, if I'm being perfectly honest. Now the Los Angeles Chargers, this was probably one of my, like the Raiders pick, this one and the Vikings pick were all probably some of my favorites. Also, I mean, the Eagles, how could you not put them as your favorites? But this one's an A. Quentin Johnson, an absolute stud there. They like bigger receivers. He's that guy, plus he can fly. It's just a no-brainer. Plus, with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams aging out, yes, or at least getting a little bit upper in age, you do like Quentin Johnson going to the Chargers. Baltimore Ravens, getting some more help here. You got to be able to give this one an A as well. Zay Flowers is going to be that dude, especially with learning behind guys like OBJ and all those guys. I really like the pick here. He's going to be a lot of fun. Then the Minnesota Vikings. You got to love this pick too. I mean, you got an A. Jordan Addison going to be combining with Justin Jefferson. This is just an absolute steal. And I know reportedly there were a couple of other teams that wanted to trade up, but the Minnesota Vikings get an absolute stud here in Jordan Addison, and it really does bode well for them. And then you go down to the New York Giants here. This one did shock me because Joey Porter Jr., who's still available in the second round, is an absolute stud here, but apparently they see something with him. I'm going to give this one a B+. I just don't know what it is about Joey Porter Jr. Teams just did not really want to go ahead and take that shot on the former Penn State star. That's right, I said it, so we'll have to see how it all ends up here, but you do got to give it a B+. The Buffalo Bills. Dalton Kincaid, tight end, even though I felt like they had a really respectable tight end in their own right. I'll give this one a B+. Never hurts to have another weapon and see where they can go from there. But overall, did make a ton of sense, especially filling a need here. Number 26 to the Dallas Cowboys. Let's be real. They had a need at D-tackle. I give it an A here. I really do like his ability to stop the run. That was a huge emphasis for the Cowboys. It's going to be a huge emphasis moving forward, too. So really like here. Plus, he's got a high pass rushing ceiling. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I was honestly, again, at first I was a little questioning of this pick, but it's an A. Listen, you lose your guy that started for you at left tackle, to the Chiefs, who signed a monster contract, is what it is there, but you get basically a one-on-one replacement for him, and you go from there. And then you got to go to the Cincinnati Bengals. Ooh, I can't spell today. Cincinnati Bengals, maybe that's still not the right way. You got to give this one an A as well. You're in that division, or you're at least going to be playing in the AFC that has got a lot of talent, guys and quarterbacks. You got to be able to get after them, plus very deep corner class. They could go get their dude in the second round. If they end up with Joey Porter Jr., I'm just going to lose my mind. The New Orleans Saints. This was a fantastic pick. A here. Brian Brzee was literally a top 10 pick like yesterday. So the fact that he fell all the way to 29, just an absolute steal. A guy that is his ceiling, his best football is literally ahead of him. The Philadelphia Eagles. This is just unfair. Like literally Nolan Smith, this one's an A2, might have the best D-line in the entire NFL. I know that you've got a lot of other dudes along that line, but overall Nolan Smith here, the combine he had, this is just not fair. And then finally the Kansas City Chiefs rounding out the first round here. Felix Anudike-Uzomah here. Yes, I'll give this one an A as well, even though maybe I could have seen Jalen Hyatt going here as well, but overall, I really felt like the Chiefs put themselves in a spot where, hey, they got their dude. They're going to get a lot more help moving forward later on in the draft here, but overall, yes, you do like the picks. But that is it. Those are our first run grades for all 31 teams, or excuse me, it was 31 picks. It wasn't 32 NFL teams. You guys get the point. That is the grades for the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all your guys' love. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover. But let us know what you guys think about our first round grades for the 2023 NFL Draft.